Hey everyone, Julio Rodriguez here for Card Player TV, and we're here for the start of the PokerStars.net North American Poker Tour $25,000 High Roller Shootout. This event features a unique format, and we had a chance to talk to some Team PokerStars pros about optimal play.
Well, here's the difference between a shootout and a typical tournament. In a typical tournament, there's the idea of moving up the prize pool and kind of survival. In a shootout, there's only one spot that means a damn. So really what you're going to see is some high-level poker. It doesn't matter if you come in 8th or you come in 6th. It pays the same amount. So really, you just got to make the right decision based on nothing but whether it's right or not, So I would just say go in there and don't be afraid to mix it up if you get the hand.
You really want to be patient. The value of chips early on is pales in comparison to the value of chips later on when you get near the top. That's because even if you double up early on, it's so far to go before you win the shootout, and so much can happen between the beginning and the end. The chips really aren't worth that much, so taking risks early on is generally not that wise.
Well, I really think that the strategy changes that a lot of people make aren't that necessary. In a shootout, you have to win all the chips. In my mind, that means you play the same as a cash game. And in a cash game, what I mean is all you're trying to do is you're trying to win as many chips as you can without losing any. So if you have an even marginally positive spot, you go for it. And I think that's true in all shootouts as well. And it's true from the beginning to the end of a shootout, because there is no prize for just lasting to second or third or whatever. In a regular tournament, now you have to look at the cash value, not just the chip value. So sometimes you can find a spot where it's positive chip value. If you play a hand instead of fold, you're going to win more chips than you lose in the long run. But the cash value of the stack when you win compared to the cash value of the stack when you lose makes it a negative play, even though it's a positive chip play.
Now, is there any danger of letting yourself get too low? Let's say you get four-handed and you've sort of bided your time into that spot. Would you prefer to do that rather than go out strong and fizz out fast?
Well, all I'm doing every single hand I play is trying to play it as perfectly as possible, and frequently that means folding. And so if folding was the correct play early, it doesn't become right to play the hand just because you might get short stacked later. And once you get short stacked, as long as you played every hand perfect getting to that spot, there's nothing you should worry about. You just continue to try to play every subsequent hand as perfectly as possible. Now, when you get short enough, it may be that, like, if I had 50 big blinds and I have this hand under the gun, I'm going to throw it away. But now I've only got 4 big blinds and I look down at ace rag, all in is probably correct. So there's certainly going to be differences in how you play hands, but that's just because of your stack size, not because, you should have played differently earlier.
Be sure to check out the live updates from the event on cardplayer.com. I'm Julio Rodriguez for Card Player TV.